Guten Tag und welcome to A Fish on the Dry. I'm Wright Seneres. On today's episode, our first visitors from the States, Alice's sister Vicky and Vicky's boyfriend John. Part 1, Ham Birthday. Vicky and John arrived Easter weekend, and with Easter Monday also being John's birthday, it was an action-packed day. John's a big Beatles fan, so we drove to Hamburg in the morning so I could show them the Beatles plots and the other Beatles historical points on Große Freiheit. We capped off this Hamburg trip with lunch at Dolph's Burgers. They too could have hamburgers in Hamburg. John is also an expert on Anne Frank, so on our way home from Hamburg, we stopped at the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, where she and her sister Margot died in 1945. This was an experience greater than I could fit into one segment, so I'll have more on Bergen-Belsen in a future episode. And for some literal icing on the cake, some chocolate cake for the birthday boy. Part 2, Dresden. In the States, driving across the country is a multi-day endeavor. In Germany, it only takes a few hours, so the four of us drove to Dresden for a two-night stay. Dresden is famous to Americans for two things: the Kurt Vonnegut book Slaughterhouse-Five, and the firebombing at the end of World War II.
In the greatest blitz on Germany, Allied airmen link up their attacks with Marshal Stalin's armies. British bombers head for Dresden, the Saxony bastion of the Nazis along the Eastern Front.
We took a Slaughterhouse-Five tour from a local guy who was able to get us into the actual slaughterhouse buildings where Vonnegut and the other POWs were imprisoned. And here is an installation commemorating the book in the basement of the slaughterhouse building where Vonnegut was believed to be held. Dresden has been largely restored since Allied firebombs devastated the city. Many of the buildings and sculptures were rebuilt to original specifications, including the use of sandstone. Through natural oxidation of the stone, it turns from the sandy beige color to black. There is a bit of back and forth in town, whether to preserve the sand color or to allow the sandstone to naturally develop the black color, so you get this mix. Dresden also has the Mathematische Physikalische Salon, math and physics museum near the hotel. Of course, we went. Weekend oh fun. After our Dresden visit, Vicky and John split off for a couple of days in Berlin, while we went home to Lichtenau to wait for them to rejoin us. Saturday morning, we showed Vicky and John around Paderborn a bit, and then Hauke and Kirsten had us over for a big dinner. The grill was fired up, and we were filled up with tasty barbecue goodness. And their kids Meltem and Ziva lavished us all with these awesome little drawings. Sunday, we returned to Paderborn for Mass at the Dome, and then headed over to the Heinz Nixdorf Computer Museum, the largest computer museum in the world. This is also a very mathy museum, so Alice was a big fan right away. They have robots that can show you around and take you where you want to go. They also have a nice exhibit on women in computing and Ada Lovelace. who worked with Charles Babbage on his analytical engine designs, and whose writings earned her the title the first computer programmer. And now a little mustard. My memory is fuzzy on it, but I think our Dresden tour guide's theory was that the 5 of Slaughterhouse 5 came from the street address, number 5, not building number 5. So that was interesting. In Germany, the street address is written with the number after the street name. For instance, we live on Amhelweg 20. I like this system, going from less specific to more specific. It's efficient. Leave it to the Germans. A Fish on the Dry is a Meteorite production and produced by me, Wright Seneres. For more information, check out the new and improved afishonthe.dry.com. Get some extra fun information on old episodes while you rewatch them. I tweet and Instagram at Dino Wright. Send your cards and letters to afishonthe.dry@gmail.com if you prefer electronic mail. You can subscribe to A Fish on the Dry on YouTube and not miss an episode. Either way, do say hello, or hallo if you're German. Thanks for watching.
It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.